Hello guys and welcome back to the Gateshead FM20 mobile career mode. I thought I'd bring you back in March. As you know, we started off the season a bit ago back here with the Community Shield win and the Fleetwood win. Since then we have played incredibly well, minus the defeat against Man City. Every time Man City beat us in the Carabao Cup, I really don't know why, but we always get drawn up against them. And that always seems to be the case. Tottenham ended up winning that in the end. But we're now in March, so we did well in the Champions League group, finishing top with Dortmund coming up with us. Victor Pleasant not doing too well, but Krasnodar doing okay for a Russian team anyway. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup there. As you can see, we won Wigan 2-0. And we're about to play Fiorentina as we beat them away 3-1. This young lad, Kyle Wilson, which I don't know if you know if I mentioned him at the start of the season, but he's been playing very well this year. 20 goals in 22 appearances. The lad's only 17. Oh, now he's 18. He's actually just turned 18. But, my God, he's a good player. So I think he's easily won Young Player of the Season. He's a Scottish lad, so I think we'll be looking at bringing him into becoming the first team striker. He's obviously just behind the main man, Guyana. Let's have a look here. Primo Guyana. He's been out injured, but he's only played 23 games and scored 28. So he's had an absolute stellar performance again this season. Unfortunately, that other scorer in that game, Clement Bakayoko, will not sign a new contract. He's now only worth 14.5 million and he's a 4.5-star player. He's an absolutely world-class player, but he just won't sign a new contract. He just doesn't want to. He's also having a very good season from the wing mostly. He's a striker, but we're playing him on the wing. But as you can see, he just won't sign anything. I have no interest. So that's buggering me a little bit at the moment. I really don't want to lose him. But at the end of the day, this is the last season I'm going to do. Even if we don't win the Champions League, I'm not going to do it. I may eventually show us winning the Champions League in the next few years. Depends how I do. But this is the last full season. Well, by full season, it's going to be 3 episodes that I'm going to show. Because the next episode will either be the Champions League final or the last games of the season. Maybe the FA Cup if we get there. So that's what I'm going to show you in that game anyway. But let's get on to the Fiorentina game. This is the team we are going to go with. We've gone with Mertens, Matuidi, Scarlinho, Vieira, new signing, Prato. He's coming into his own, playing very well to assist, averaging a 7.93 rating there. Mostly playing left back this year. Replacement usually for Scarlinho, but Scarlinho is sitting in at centre back today. Gaze, Terral, Benedetto, who's also been out injured this season, but he's just come back, so using him to his abilities. Boy, Paulinho's playing on the left, he's played well recently, and Guyana up top. Bit of a half-assed team, especially because of just tiredness. The fixtures are very tight bundled, but we're going to keep it going anyway. Let's get into the second leg. We just need to get this win. And then after this, I'll show you the league and how we're doing in that. But as you could tell by them fixtures, we're doing pretty well. We didn't start particularly well because we were drawing too many, but the league is looking very good for us. As we get into the first 20 minutes of the game, we get our first shots on target, but we haven't actually capitalised on it yet. Terrell's got a chance. He's going to shoot one from range, but Russo in net is going to make that save. It's a very Italian name. I had an Australian friend who's originally from Italy with that name. So here we are. Looks like Guyana's got through, and Russo again has made another save there. But we're looking good so far. I mean, it doesn't really matter if this stays the same, but it looks like we're dominating. 8 goals. We've also increased the size of the stadium. 55,000 people it will now hold, compared to its previous 30,000, and we're already filling it. So it shows how much of a fan base we have up in the northeast. I think we've kind of taken away Newcastle's and Sunderland's and Middlesbrough's and basically all of them. So we're doing obviously very well, and I think this series has been a decent success, although not many people watching it now, but not many people watch my videos anyway. I've uploaded a record amount of videos this year, but View's still pretty low, but it's just one of them, innit? So I'll bring off Gaze now. I've just realised we don't actually have a centre mid, so Boy's going to have to sit in there, and we'll bring on Nesbitt. Nesbitt also has had a very good season this year. He actually made it into World Team of the Year, so he's apparently rated very highly. I think it's because his average is just really high this year. He's been playing particularly well. Boy now to come off. I think what we'll do is we'll just bring two up top. We'll bring Benedetto into there because he can play in centre mid, and we'll do that, I think. We'll play him as also an inside forward, and fingers crossed that will be what we want indeed. Now we'll do the last two now. Oh, last one, sorry, I think it is. Paulinho off. We'll bring on young lad Wilson on the left. Better as a striker, which I think I might do actually. Swap them two round, and we'll see if we can get a goal in the last 10 minutes of the game. But I will take a 0-0 as that will get us through to the next round. And obviously, the next video you'll see is hopefully us in the Champions League final. But it looks like we're not going to be able to score here today, even with our 12 shots on target. Russo, the Fiorentina keeper, has had a nice performance, to be fair, especially being away from home. He's done a very good job indeed, especially in the middle of March. It's only 8 degrees, and Italy will be used to a lot more higher temperatures. But we will take that result, and a 0-0 draw there takes us through to the next round, and the next round hasn't been decided yet, so I guess we'll see that maybe after the next league game. So I'm going to show you the next league game, which is against Tottenham. So it's a big game for us. As you can see, if they win, they draw on points on us. So we really need to get it going and see how we do in this game. But I'll sort out a team. I'll be right back. So a very, very important game for us today. Tottenham obviously being there. Let's just quickly look at this again. Man City doing particularly well. We're looking good though. We still haven't lost. We're the only team that hasn't lost, so we might go for the Invincibles. Whether we win the league, I'm not sure. Still only scored 55 goals this season, but we've conceded only 8. So that is a very good feat. Looking down the table, Brentford, Fleetwood and Blackburn are the teams not looking good. I think Brentford and Fleetwood are going straight back down, but Leicester might be the team that goes down. Derby, I think, might just be about safe, along with Everton, Southampton and Wolves. So it's one of them. I guess we'll see how we do. So I guess we should get on to the game and see what's what. But even with Primo Guyana being out for a month and a half, he's still top scorer, and Carl Wilson also getting up there. So we're going to go straight into the game now. I actually haven't shown you the team of what I've picked, but it's very similar. We can just show you it here. So we've got Mertens, Matuidi, Armstrong, Vera, Scarlino, Gaze, El Nelly, David in cam, Bakayoko, Benedetto on the left, and Wilson up top. I would have played Guyana, but as you can see, he's slightly tired, so we might bring him on nearer to the end. We are away, obviously, as you can see. So 62,000 people here. And we're already 1-0 down in the first 10 minutes, which is a bit of a disappointment. It's really not what we wanted. Obviously, I know our goal is to win the Champions League this season, but the league would also be nice. We don't want to be outshone and not be able to retain the title. And this would be a huge loss, and it looks like they're going to get another chance. Luckily, there was a player there to just put off that striker. We need to get into this game a lot better than we are, and hopefully at least get a draw. 2 draws in one episode, not the greatest, especially for a team of ours, but we just want to do better than this, as our defence is just wide open. Vieira's tries to get there. Mertens hasn't moved, best goalkeeper in the world as well, and that's just not worked out well. Very disappointing. We're already 2-0 down in the first half an hour. We really need to mix it up a little bit here to try and get some goals. We just can't afford to do this. We might be changing it at half time to just try and get some goals up there. Guyana might be coming on. As I say, that their player Matt Taylor has got an injury, so poor for him, but might be good for us. Sounds bad, but it's the way of the world. It looks like I'm going to take off Scarlino, and I'm going to bring on Guyana. Guyana, and Wilson are going to go up top, apologies for the background noise, and they are going to hopefully do what we need them to get forward and hopefully score some goals, because a 2-0 loss against these lot is not good enough. They're not this better than us. I mean, they have got a very, very good team, but we need to get some goals. As Wilson gets a chance, the keeper's made a nice save. We should be able to get some goals back here. David is now the player that is tired, so bring Moreno there. We'll put Gaze up there, and hopefully, I think we might as well do the double change. Gaze also needs to come off. We'll bring on Nesbitt. I think Nesbitt's more likely to hopefully create something here, so fingers crossed this works out nicely. In the last half an hour of the game, we really need to get some chances. As I say that, they're getting chances. Is this going to be a penalty? No, Dirk Mertens has made a vital save. They're absolutely all over us. Mertens is having to make save after save after save. We really need to get into this game. The momentum is just not in our court at the moment. This has just not gone well. It looks like we might struggle here. Bakayoko's played it through to Benedetto. He's put that chance over the bar. That's it. We're not getting 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game, especially with the form we're currently at. Bakayoko plays it through to Wilson. That was it. We needed to score right there. There and then that would have been it. As we say that, Moreno plays it through to Bakayoko, plays it through to Benedetto, who just doesn't make anything of it. Unfortunately, that is it. We might take our first loss of the season. As I was saying before, we're not going to do the Invincibles this season, unfortunately. But that is that. We might not win this league this year. I mean, everyone is equal, but we have played one more game than these two boys. And there isn't one game. We've only got 8 games left to secure this win. But I guess we will take that. And unfortunately, that's going to be that. But hopefully, in the next episode, we are going to be in the Champions League final, which I'm not sure has still been drawn. Let's just have a quick fast forward in time and see who we actually are going to face in the next round, which you're not actually going to see. No, it hasn't actually been decided, but we've got the quarterfinal against Stoke to play. So you might have a final video of the season with 3. It could be the final of the FA Cup, the final of the Champions League, and the last game of the season, depending on where we are and what's happening. But thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the last episode with a gaming ever. Unless we lose, then maybe I might make something changes. But bye bye.